Beautiful. Good afternoon, my brothers, and welcome to the our third and the final series of Mentality, Reclaiming Our Health and Our Power. Today we are featuring Brother Ryan Hunter, who happens to be certainly one of the more prolific trainers out there, particularly for cats like me and those of us who are 50 years and older. So I'm glad he was able to take time out of his day to day and sort of walk us through this particular session. So with that in mind, Brother Landon and Ryan and Brother Mike, I see Theo's on as well. Ryan and Landon, I will turn it over to you from here. And as you do what it is you do, we will do what we do on this end, which is probably pepper you with a few questions here and there.
What do you want to go? Actually, it's a blessing to be able to talk to everybody out there. First, secondly, welcome men of New Salem, also family, friends, and guests that may be watching today, tomorrow, or sometime in the future. If you see me looking out, I'm outside. First, we're here at St. Stephen's, beautiful place. This is my first time being here in a little bit. I wanted to take advantage of the background with the new settings that they have, but also this is where I grew up in my own neighborhood, not too far from Windsor Terrace, Brittenell. So I rode my bike here all the time. Our focus today is men's health, men's mentality, but also how to help you become a better version of yourself. Uh, I love questions and I look forward to those questions. And I'm going to treat this time with you guys not as a beginner, but I'm also going to go advanced and back to the beginner with education throughout the whole process. Some things to note before we get started. There are some things you have to know when you're approaching the world of fitness. Every plan has to include stretching. Every plan has to include water. And without those two things, you're having a plan that's actually going to have to get reevaluated maybe the first week. Stretching and water. Reason why we need water, water releases a lot of, excuse me, your body releases a lot of toxins. We want to replace that with something that is actually going to benefit the muscles, benefit the recovery process, benefit the mind. So water is going to be very beneficial. When you sweat, the action of sweating is releasing toxins, releasing water. So we need to hurry up and get some of that back in. I'm a coach in other parts of my life, and what I tell the players after game day, let's start replay. Excuse me, after practice, getting ready for game day. Let's start the recovery process now, so that way we're getting our body ready for the actual game, the actual competition. Well, how do we start that recovery process? We're talking about water. Stretching. Well, if we're not actively stretching, if we're not actively loose, the better we stretch, the better our body's going to be able to function. Think of it as the more I'm a writer as well. Well, the sharper my pencil and the more lead that goes down on that paper, well, guess what? The harder, the easier I'm going to be able to see. The duller it gets, the harder my vision gets, blah, blah, blah. You can just follow from there. So that stretching helps the body benefit from the workout and vice versa. If you're going to have tight muscles, well, all you're going to do is make them more tighter. And without water, all the body's going to do is just get tighter, and you're not going to benefit from both water and stretching. The next thing we want to talk about, there are three major muscle groups that I want to talk about when it comes to working out. You have your core, and the core starts from your chest, the bottom of your chest, top of your rib cage, all the way through your legs. Okay, we're all, well, I'm not going to say we're all men here. There may be other people watching as well, but right underneath where your underwear are is about the bottom of your core. Many people think it's just the front of your abs, six pack this, six pack that. That is not just your core. Your core involves your sides. Your core involves your lower back, your butt, your top of your hamstrings, everything in the front. So you want to stretch all that as well. Other things that you want to stretch, your major muscles, your legs. And next thing is your back. Okay. From your neck all the way down to your lower back. Those are the major muscles you want to stretch. I can take you through some stretches right now. However, everybody's individual. You're going to have to do some things on your own that's going to help you find out, hey, I need to focus on this more in my body. Or if you're injured, if you have a history of injuries, ACLs, ankle, lower back, sciatic, you need to focus on some different things. But if we're talking about major muscles, here we go. Uh, to loosen the body up, because we're also going to go for a walk after this, and then we're going to get started. To loosen the body up, good old fashioned, all the way back in your first day ever playing sports, trunk twist. Reason why you want to do trunk twists, you're actually impacting the whole core of your body. There's no certain number. There's different types of stretching. Okay. Different types of stretching means one, this is called dynamic stretching. Dynamic stretching involves moving the body, actively moving the body as the body gets warmed up. Okay. You can do this 5 times. You can do this 10 times. It's all individual based. Okay. After that, I like to keep the body moving. I like to actively stretch, dynamic stretching. And I'm going to call this hamstring walk. Hamstring walk. I'm going to go this way. All right. All you want to do is put one foot flat on the ground. The other foot, turn it up like you're trying to turn your toe towards the ceiling or the sky. Keep that heel on the ground. Stick your butt back and reach for your shoes. Things that you're going to feel. You're going to feel your lower back all the way down to your calves and your Achilles. Here we go. I'm going to take a couple steps. And you reach, you stand up, take a couple steps after that. Let that body get used to that. Switch legs, reach, switch legs after a couple steps, reach, switch legs after a couple steps, reach. Again, we're talking about individual base. It's all up to you how much you want or need your body to loosen up. We just touched the back. Let's get a little bit of the front. I like to go back that same direction. And all I'm going to do, reach for the sky with my opposite hand, take this hand, reach back, and take both hands to the sky. Take a couple steps, reach back, take a couple steps, reach back. So for all you out there that may be thinking, hey, he ain't did nothing that I can do. I might be in a chair. I might be disabled. Take yourself to the side of a wall or sit in that chair and we can still do twists. Okay. As far as other things that you individually need, if there's some things that you can't do, we're going to have to start talking about more individualized. However, we can address that in the Q&A section of our time here. So let's get started. I broke today's section down into a couple things, major parts, and when it comes to working out. The first one we're going to talk about is how do you get started, okay? Without me continuing to beat over the bush, hey, everybody's individual. We know that, so I like to start everybody off slow. I'm 43 years old now. I'm not the same athlete I used to be. These knees don't operate the same. So I'm not going to go in the gym and get straight to work like I used to. What I'm going to do, maybe walk on a treadmill, maybe get on a rower, start nice and easy. Maybe I might start with some actual dynamic stretching as I get the body motion. So Landon, we're going to follow me here to go for a walk. All right. So we're going to take the benefit of St. Stephen's. Here we go. Some things that you should know. Some things that you should know. Walking. Walking is one of the best things. I'm going to let Landon go ahead and switch and go let him see where he's going because he's walking backwards. Pray for him, y'all. So walking. Those that can walk, walking is one of the best things you can do for your body. Okay. The reason why you want to walk is if you're outside, you can, the air itself allows you to change your body and your mentality. So as you're going on that walk, you can go at different pace, but walking actually gives the body a chance to burn fat at a different, less impactful thing to your body. Okay. In that walking process, okay, you can actually take some time and stretch your body at different sections. I can't remember how big this St. Stephen's place is, but let's say it's 1 mile. If you break that 1 mile in, if you do the whole St. Stephen's track, let's say you do it a quarter of a lap. Take that quarter of a lap and do some stretches. I'm going to take some time and do some squats. Next thing we're going to talk about after doing after doing our walk, is we're going to talk about different things that you're going to do in the beginning of your workouts. Not your individual workout itself, but let's say your first week. Start setting goals, okay? So let's say it is Wednesday, my day one. This day one, beautiful weather, not too hot. I'm going to come out here and let's say my first day one, we're going to take it slow. My first day one, I'm going to conquer St. Stephen's one big lap. Well, let's say day two is Friday for me. I'm going to throw in what I like to call a major muscle benefit for your body, squats. As a trainer, I can't do anything without teaching form. It's my background, and physical therapy is my base in college. So I'm going to help you know what a good squat is. Anytime your knees, okay, knees, I need good knees. Everybody out there appreciates good knees. Anytime your knees go over your toes, okay, anytime your knees go over your toes, you're automatically setting your knees up for a bad situation, okay? Look at the angle in my knee right here, and from my ankle, from my hip, all of it's converging to my knee. We don't want that, okay? So what I like to tell people is whenever you want to get a good squat, pretend like you're trying to sit in a chair that you just can't reach, okay? First thing you want to do is you want to reach back with your hips. I haven't even So automatically my knees are bending in a good position to squat. Now it's a matter of just sitting down in a chair, okay? Add a couple squats to your world in this walking, okay? Now we're taking it easy. That squat can be, hey, I'm gonna do 5 squats every 2 minutes. I'm gonna do 15 squats. It's individual base, but major muscle groups that you're squatting. I like to do that. So let's say, Ryan, I'm a little bit more advanced to that, okay? You can add a run to it. You could add a squat, walkout, push up, which is what I'm getting ready to show you here. A squat, walkout, push up, okay? A squat, walkout, push up consists of, remember our form, getting your butt back. Well, there's 2 other things that we're going to include in, excuse me, 3 other things. You're going to include your chest, you're going to include your back, and you're going to include your core by just getting in a walkout position. Here's what I mean. So, excuse me, I'm not going to see your face for a second, but I'm going to show you your form and keep listening to me as I talk. Spread your feet just like you're in that squatting position. Reach for the floor, but try not to bend your knees to do it. Here's what I mean. This is bending my knees to get to the floor. I want you to try to walk out by keeping your legs as straight as possible and then walk out till you're in a push-up position. Once you're in that push-up position, go ahead and knock that push-up out. Here comes the back exercise. By you pushing back, you're working your rear deltoids and your lats and your traps. Stand up, get right back into that squat. Okay? Now, for those that need to take it easy, don't combine it. Just drop down to your knees, get in the grass. Excuse me. Yes, get in the grass. Or what I like to tell people that want to get a challenge, but also can't miss day 1, day 2, week 1, week 2. Lay down on the ground, lay down on the grass, and see how hard, see how high you can get up from that push up if it's day 1. Individual base. So challenge yourself. So as we are 1, starting slow, remembering to walk. 2, we're setting goals. 2 or 3, setting goals. Remember, you can also add a challenge, okay? Now that challenge I just talked about before, it can be as simple as, hey, day 1, I want to walk this lap. I want to walk St. Stephen's. I want to go to my local track. My kids play sports. Many people of you are parents. You might take a benefit of your kid actually playing a soccer game, lacrosse game. They're out there playing golf, swimming. I don't know what your kid plays, but as you're doing that, as you're out there sitting, maybe playing on your phone, doing some homework, excuse me, not homework, office work, you could be going out there getting a lap in just like that. Next thing, as I broke it down into sections, how to stay at it. So in my lifeline of doing this fitness thing, being a personal trainer, being a coach since 2005, things that I've noticed that go off track. We get bored. Life happens. I'm not even talking about that. But if we're just talking about the fitness aspect itself, sometimes we just get bored. I'm going to tell you how to solve that or help you with that. One thing I like to do as I'm training the client, Brother Adam mentioned before. Now, Relationship is everything, but let's just say you don't have the benefit of having a relationship with a personal trainer. One thing that you have to do is you have to remember, um, as you're going, you can't keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting the same results. So what do I mean by that? When if I'm taking a client, an athlete, I don't care about the age. That client is always going to experience a different workout. Why? Because the body's always changing. Follow me this way, Adam. I'm gonna walk backwards. The body's always, excuse me, I said Adam Landon. The body's always changing. Okay. So for example, if I'm always doing push-ups, I'm always doing 10 push-ups, always. Day one, day five, day 15. If I'm always doing push-ups and I'm always stopping at 10, I'm always stopping at five, I'm always stopping at a certain number. Well, what happens when I add two more? Is my body used to that? So what you want to do is you want to set up a challenge as you set up your daily routines, your daily goals. That challenge doesn't have to be a weekly challenge. It could be a monthly challenge. So that's one thing that you want to do if you want to stop the process of being bored, the process of being what they call it, a plateau. That's one word that has been used a long time in the fitness world. That plateau. Change up your workouts. Another thing, if you are active and if it's not your day one, some people do the same cardios over and over. For example, I'm a runner. Well, I guarantee you, I'll put you in the pool, I'll change your life because swimming is almost like weight training and cardio. To me, it's the best fitness there is. So change up your cardio. Go to a bike. Go to a spin class. Go to my second favorite cardio, boxing. I love boxing, specifically UFC, jiu-jitsu, blah, blah, blah. But change up your cardios and that can change up your routine to where that also energizes your workout. So I've talked about, sorry. Oh, great job, Brother Landon. Let's take a break right here. Let's talk about some questions that you may have, and then we'll attack two more stages in this group.
Thank you, Brother Ryan. I was trying to see if there were any questions, at least at this juncture in the chat.
Yeah.
I can see it, but the question is, can I read it? So let's switch. Thank you, brother.
Mhm. Mhm. Yep. Thank you for asking that slash saying that, mentioning that. You are not wrong at all. You're 100% right. I just want to add for everybody, it can be different. For a person I'm just meeting day one who is literally saying this is first day, I'm always going to start with that walk. Me, I physically look fit. So therefore, if we use that analogy, walking day one for me might not be that big of a challenge at all. So yes, with that thought process, with that comment that person made, I agree 100%. Walking would not benefit me as much if my goal was to challenge myself. Jogging would be one thing, running would be another thing. So jogging and I don't know who that was, but I wouldn't be surprised if you ran, which to me, jogging and running are two different things. Running's a little bit faster than the jog. I wouldn't be surprised if running was a little bit more of a challenge than jogging. Another step forward. I don't know if you're a swimmer or not, but what if you ran in the water, right in that waist deep water? That would take it up a notch as well. However, I don't know if you're in that world of trying to challenge yourself, but if you do know, go to New Salem, pull me aside and we can talk about some more things even well. If you're looking in that world of, hey, give me some more ideas to challenge myself. I'll love more questions. Give them to me.
Ryan, if I might add on that same note, I know
Yes, sir.
when you and I initially started, you gave me a combination of being able to walk, but we did it inside on a treadmill.
Hmm.
and you had various levels of inclination
Yep.
on the treadmill. So it gave you the same, I think, impact of being able to jog and run, but the
Yep.
inclination, the higher the inclination, the little bit more difficult it became. But I got the same results from as I would have been jogging or running.
So piggybacking off of what Brother Adam just said, let's say he starts day one on a flat incline, meaning just walking, gets on the treadmill, press start, and select speed only. Well, as he's doing that, great. If we're looking to challenge ourselves, not just because, hey, mentally, I want to challenge myself, I'm ready to take it up a notch. The body will tell you it's ready and walking at the same speed that I have been for week one, week two, month one. This is no longer um, satisfying. This is no longer challenging my body. So let's try this same speed, but at a 5% incline. I
Right.
guarantee you, science says it's going to change. So as the body gets more and more fit, we're going to have to change. If the goal is to get more fit, if the goal is to get more challenge, then we're going to have to change the workouts accordingly. Okay. And all that goes back to what we said about staying, keeping it fresh, keeping it not getting a reaching a plateau, changing things in the workout as you go.
No, not for me. Oh, I see one that said, yeah, it looks like it might be from Lloyd, and it says, Lloyd, feel free to jump in. All I can see is it says, what is the goal?
Yep. What's the goal? Uh, oh,
Oh,
the goal.
thank you, brother.
Let's just keep it simple to start and build from there. The goal from walking, well, let's back up. Great shoes. Got to make sure you have great shoes. But other than, oh, please drink water. Please bring water with you. Other than those two things, walking can literally be from a warm up all the way to the workout. Going back to what Brother Adam said, I can make a crazy good workout at 15% incline, and I won't even have you run. Okay, so we can make a hard workout in an hour. We can make a workout in 15 minutes, and it can still be hard or easy. It's all based off that individual, or it's based off that individual and that person's goals for that set in their that time in their workout journey. I know I've been talking. We're talking about fitness. If you don't mind, Landon and I both need a sip of water real quick, so I'm gonna be right back. Okay, just a second.
Not a problem. Also, what I was hearing, Ryan, assuming you can still hear me, Lloyd, it really just it's almost individualistic. I know a lot of people, including some of my friends, I get 5,000 steps in, I got to get 8,000 or 10,000 steps in. But what I have found, and you probably get more than that in on that golf course, I'm sure. But what I have found is that it's based upon the degree of the steps. And what I mean by that is how strenuous are they? Are you just simply walking? Are you doing lunges in that course, or are you working off of an incline? So I've never really set a minimum goal of a number of steps. It's just all depends upon what I'm trying to get done that particular day for my overall body fitness.
Great information. Great question.
Question.
Heart,
Yep.
heart rate. Okay, I'm gonna answer that two different ways. I'm gonna answer that for a person. I've been at a corporate gym, and there are so many people. Now there are people that can afford things that will give you 100% scientific answers, and there are some people that just, hey, can you just tell me real quick how to help me? Now it could be financial situations, or it could just be help me out. Either way, there's two different ways we can look at helping your heart rate. Okay. One, if you do have stairs in your house and you climb up those stairs, I did not say how old you were. I did not say if you male, female. If you have stairs in your house and you walk up those steps and you're breathing a little bit different, you probably need to keep it nice and easy. What do I mean by that? Now, I don't have any numbers because I'm giving you two different answers. I don't have any numbers that you can equate that on. So what do I mean? You can't look at your watch and said, he said to stay right around 90. Well, I'm right now giving that answer for people that don't have access to that. So how do you keep it simple? As you're doing your heart rate, okay? If you're with somebody, if you're not with somebody and you're listening to an iPod, if you're listening, excuse me, not iPod, if you're listening to a podcast, listen to music, try to sing along. And if you're getting out of breath while you're having that conversation with the person you're walking to, or if you're getting out of breath as you're singing the song or commenting to the podcast, you're probably too high, because remember, we're walking while we're doing this. Now, running, I understand our heart rate's supposed to be up, and it's not supposed to be easy to talk and run at the same time. I'm talking about those that are walking and don't have a heart rate monitor. Okay. Those that do have a heart rate monitor, as a trainer, no trainer should professionally tell you where your heart rate should be, because that's the doctor's job. However, they can tell you where your zone is. Okay. They can tell you where your zone is. What do I mean by that? Using that same analogy, if I'm walking, just as Landon and I were doing just now, I know we were walking slow, but if I was walking just now and my breath started getting out of breath, okay, excuse me, and I wasn't getting out of breath, that means it's too slow. Now, I hope I don't lose you here. In that heart rate that I was asked, okay, you can do different things in that heart rate. Okay, I'm gonna keep it simple, but I'm gonna advance it if you guys ask me questions about it. You can just walk and just naturally just walk and nothing happened to your body. Okay. What I like to tell people is the more you walk and nothing happens to your breathing, that means you're more fit. Okay. I didn't say fit more than anybody else. I just said you're more fit. The more you out of breath while walking, we're going the other way. Okay. So that's a test that you can have without having a heart rate. Hey, how is my breathing when I'm doing simple things? Okay. Now, let's say you start jogging, to that person that asked a question earlier about jogging. While you're jogging, okay, how's your breathing then? If your breathing is normal and you can still have that same conversation, you're more fit. That doesn't mean, excuse me, let me express more. If you are out of breath while you're jogging, that doesn't mean you're not fit. That just means you're probably right around that zone where you want to burn fat. Okay. So that's the next level after warming up. So just walking, nothing affecting my heart rate. That, let's call that level 0 or level 1. The minute I start picking that walk up, or let's say I get into some stairs and I get to the top of the stairs and I start walking again, my breath just changed a little bit. Right around then is your heart burning zone. If you had a heart rate monitor, check where it's at right there. That's where you want to be if you want to start burning the most fat. The reason why I haven't given you numbers, everybody's individual. I can't tell you that because I would need to see your individual numbers if you had a heart rate monitor. Now, let's say you're kicking butt, okay? You're actually running and you're able to hold a little bit of a conversation. You're replying, yeah, no. What's going on Saturday? What you doing this weekend? Things like that. Well, that's probably right around your sugar burning zone. Sugar. So what do I mean by that? I'm just walking. We got our warm up to where I kind of still got my breath. We got our fat burning zone, which is a little bit more than a warm up. And then we got our sugar. Okay. Well, we don't want to spend too much time, excuse me. We're okay burning our sugar, but we really want to be in our fat. The reason why we don't want to spend too much time in our sugar is when we put sugar right back in our body, it's just going to go right back there. One thing we don't want to spend time on is our muscle burning zone. Okay. Our muscle burning zone is, I'm an Olympic watcher. I like watching the Olympics, and one of the best Olympic sports to watch is the track and field. Imagine somebody doing a 110 hurdles or the 100-meter dash. That lasts maybe in hurdles 12 to 14 seconds for the person that's in last place. Uh, for the 100-meter dash, we're talking about 9 to 11 seconds for even for ladies. So with that being said, they can't do that for 60 seconds. They can't do that for even a 400-meter dash. They're not coming in at 38 seconds. So with that being said, that's their muscle burning. That's only supposed to be for a certain amount of time. So if you find out that you're spending a lot of time in that zone, yes, you're losing weight, but you're losing the muscle and the fat. So stay away from that zone if you can for too long. Okay. I know I got a lot of details, but hopefully I started real small and then built up. So next question. Next, no questions? Okay. So the next phase. Okay. Um, we talked about how do I start? We talked about how do I stay away from getting bored? How do I stay away from reaching a plateau? Next, I want to talk about how do I challenge myself? Okay. Now, there's some things that I have not shown you because I wanted to keep this away from equipment. We can go inside a gym. I own my own personal gym. I could have taken you in there and showed you a whole bunch of different exercises. I plus the others that we've talked to, we wanted to make sure that we're covering a lot of corners for people that just don't have access to that. Or you could be in your office and you want to do something real quick. Squats are too easy, coach. Coach is one of the names I get called. Squats are too easy, coach. Give me something else. I'm more than a person that's off the couch. Okay, well, squats are too easy. I can do a couple things. I can tell you, take you straight into a lunge. One thing I want to teach you about a lunge, you have to protect your knees. One thing I want to tell people for those that's just getting started with lunging, but you're ready for lunges, put yourself on a wall. Put yourself on something that just won't move. Hold that wall and make sure you're protecting yourself from one, just like a squat. Don't let your knee go too far forward over your toe. I like to keep it above your ankle. So spread those feet out according to your height and just bend those knees and focus on the hips going up and down, not forward and back. Here's what I mean. Forward, yes. As I went forward, look what my knee did. I don't even have to look at it to tell you it's over my toe. Okay. We don't want to do that. Reason why is I came forward. I brought my hips forward. Don't do that. What you want to do is you want to push, excuse me, not push. You want to go straight down. Okay. You want to go straight down on your lunge. Okay. And when I stand up, I'm going to stand up, pushing off my front heel. And I'm going to stand straight up. Okay. Add that to your world. If that's too easy, take that lunge into a squat. Go lunge, push off that heel, take that foot back to shoulders width, and go right back into a squat. Coach, come on, man. I just not got out of high school. I just got out of college. I have been working out. I'm 35 or 55. I have never stopped being an athlete working out. Give me something else. Okay, well, we can add a lunge, squat, walk out, push up, walk back. Okay. So all we're going to do is lunge, add another lunge to that other foot, push off, squat, stand up, walk back, excuse me, walk out, push up, walk back. That's one. Man, coach, I'm about to turn the channel. I'm about to turn the channel. I need you to give me something more challenging. Well, just as I said, this section is about challenging. Put a clock on. All right. Find out how many you can do in 15 seconds. How many you can do in 30 seconds. How many can you do in 1 minute? How many can you see where I'm getting at? So if you wanted, if you had a bigger space, you can add to it. You can go lunge, lunge, squat, walk out, push up, don't walk back, step up, keep going. Okay. Now, coach, you said earlier, well, I can get my back by going backwards. You sure can. I'm going to go to the front now and I'm going to make it a more back workout. I'm going to go down on the ground, walk my feet out, push up, walk back, don't stand up. Push up, walk back, don't stand up. So I know, I don't know if that was 45 seconds, but in that 45 seconds, I've already got my heart rate up. So, like I said before, if you go to New Salem, please don't hesitate. Ask me some questions if you want to personalize some stuff. I can go all the way from off the couch. This is not tooting my horn. This is just a blessing that God has been allowed me to have. I've had clients that have had stroke, they're recovering from stroke. So if you have a will to challenge yourself, if you have a will to do something about your body, please in church ask me some questions and I'm gonna help you out, help you um, help you find ways to challenge yourself and make yourself better. Let's shoot for some more questions and then we'll go from there. Any recovery from Talking about sciatica? We talking about surgery? What type of recovery we talking about?
Lloyd, any specific levels of recovery? He's got overall.
Just
Overall?
overall, I mean that you know,
Yes.
I guess I'm probably one of the older ones on this, and I realize the importance of rest and recovery just
Yep.
overall as
Yep.
part of your fitness program. So if you can
Very,
address that.
yes. 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 Very, very good. Very good job. You beat me to my one of my points that I was going to add into. Maybe I should have said it earlier. Important notes of setting up a program, recovery. So just as we've all been sick in our life, what do they always tell us? Get off your feet, rest, drink water, rest. Well, it's the same thing, and it's the same thing in working out. How do you recover? How do your muscles recover? I'm not getting to all the science of creatine and all that stuff. I don't want to go there. What I'm just talking about is what can I naturally do on my own at home that I have that possession at my house. Well, rest is one of the best things you can have. That rest, I'm not going to get into specifics of, hey, how much hours, how much sleep should I have? I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is allowing the muscles to recover from what it did. For example, let's dive even deeper. Uh, I have a system where I'm doing chest and back on Tuesday, Monday, and Thursday. Okay. Well, give that back and that chest time to rest. What I like to do is I like to go 36 to 48 hours. Okay. Before, depending on how active you want to be, but before I repeat that same muscle group, I like to go 36 to 48 hours, a day and a half, depending on how often you work out, to give that muscle group a challenge. Okay. Or to give that muscle group a next workout. Um, to take it a step in advance even more. Let's say you have a day where you're going a little bit harder and a lighter day but the same muscle group. What do I mean? I do chest on Monday and Thursday. Monday, I go heavy. Thursday, I go lighter. Okay. Well, look at the days I put in between Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. And I'm giving myself, if I set that up for a system, I'm giving myself a full day of whole body rest.
Mm.
So back to your brother Lloyd's point, question about asking about rest. Rest is very important. Um, Now, everybody that has different goals, professional athletes out there, college athletes out there, high school athletes out there. If you have a system in place that you're following, I'm not talking about that, but every system has to have rest because how do the muscles recover? They have to recover with rest, getting off that muscle group, just like I'm taking back to sports. When a track athlete has 2 hours before their next race, what are they doing? The coach tells them get off their feet, rest. Well, it's the exact same thing in here. Get off that muscle group and rest. That's one of the most important things, as just as much as water, stretching, food, all those things are important as well. Brother Lloyd, thank you for beating me to the punch and mentioning that. How often you should you rest? If we're let's be specific into my world, okay? Let's talk about my exact workout this week. On Monday, I have a system in place right now where Monday is my biggest. Well, it's not going to be my biggest leg day, but it's my leg day that I have. Boom, you are doing legs. Tuesday, I'm setting up a system where I'm completely getting off my legs and I'm doing core. Okay. Now, the person that I have a system set up to where that next workout for my legs, I remember we're talking about the system I'm in now. I timed myself for that Monday's leg workout. The system the system that I'm in on Thursday, I'm trying to beat the time for that workout. Now, just to give all those out there that may be tuning in, I'm not a person just getting off the couch. So I'm talking about a person in stage 3, 4 of the stages we were talking about. I'm trying to look for different challenge in my workout. Going back to the question of how often should I rest? I'm giving myself 1 to 2 days of complete rest. No cardio, no just living right, doing right, but not touching weights. Why? Because Monday, I want to feel fresh for Monday. I want to feel re-energized in the work system that I had set up. If I'm doing it the right way, Monday should be exactly what it's supposed to be. Next question. Okay. Well, as we're taking time to think about that, I'm allergic to bees. I apologize. As we're taking time to think about that question, if we may have some, you might be thinking out there, hey, coach, I do go to a corporate gym, Lifetime, Gold's Gym, some of those other gyms out there. How you feel about saunas? How you feel about steam rooms? Me, I can't stand the heat, so you won't find me in there. If you
Mm,
can stand the heat, go ahead and do your thing. I just want to prepare you for this. If you are about that life, you have to double your water.
mm,
You have to, because all it's doing is one, we talked about toxins. Taking the toxins, it's do well, I can't say everything because I don't know everybody. The stereotypes that you may have heard about steam room and saunas, taking toxins out of your body, helping you sickness. For people that still party on Friday nights, Saturday nights, taking toxins out of your body. Yes, steam room saunas do exactly that. Sickness. I got the chills, flu, whatever. It does exactly that. But it's also, what do we go there for? Hey, man, I got a great sweat. Yes. What is sweat? We talked about before, water. If you're losing all that water, let's make it even worse. We're losing all that water when the first thing we grab is soda. That's not good. We
yeah.
are we are taking toxins out of our body and putting more toxins in on a depleted body. So that's not good. If you are, I'm gonna go back to being simple again. If you are a sauna, steam room guy, even hot tub, I sweat in the hot tub. If you are that guy, person, please double your water because you're losing water at a faster rate. Okay, especially we're still in Ohio and we're still in, well, those that's watching online across the country or the world, we're in Ohio. If you're out there, we're in August, we're still burning up. So please drink that water. Next question. We're good. All right, so let's go over a little bit of recovery. Okay, and I want to finish with one major note. We started talking about the important notes of working out: water, stretching. Brother Lloyd mentioned rest. Very, very important things. One of the things I want you to also remember is the major muscles: legs, core from your shorts all the way up to your rib cage, your back. Hit those major muscles, and then you'll find your body working out. You'll
Mm,
find that body. You'll find that body looking different. Next thing we talked about was, hey, how do I start? Okay, depending on where you're at. If you're starting from, hey, I am level one, start slow, set goals. Okay. If you are a person that likes to track your progress, I am. I'm a former athlete. Uh, One of my great friends, Landon, he's a former band drum major. Counting. Well, how do you get out of that world? Tracking your system. That helps me in my progress. If it doesn't and it does something mental to you, don't do it. But set goals and start slow. Next thing we talked about was, hey, how do I avoid getting bored? I got started. I watched this video and I actually got started. Okay. How do I now keep going? This is week 3 now, and I'm starting to get bored. What can you do to change it up? Okay. Maybe you park too close to where you're going. Park a little bit further away. Burn a little bit more calories by walking a little bit further. Um, if I used to work at Lifetime Fitness, okay, maybe climb the stairs a little bit in your progress to get wherever you're going. All I'm doing is giving you some food for thought and helping you advance your fitness journey. Next thing we talked about is, hey, how do I challenge myself? How like this is not level 1 for me. This is level 4. This is level whatever number you want to put it to. How do I challenge myself to make myself better? Okay. Um, if you're a person that everything you showed me today, you did squats, you did lunges, you did push-ups, you did walkbacks. I do that stuff already. Maybe you want to start timing yourself to challenge that goal. How fast can you do that? Can you? Here's a game that I used to play in college. I took a deck of cards. I flipped that deck of cards. A 2 is a 2, a 5 is a 5, a 7 is a 7. Jacks are 11, kings are 12, kings are 13, aces are 14, jokers are 20. You flip that card over. I'm talking to people that want an extra challenge before we head out of here. You flip that card over, their face down. You flip that card over. Let's say if it's a 5, you bang out 5 push-ups. You flip that card over, it's 11. You bang out 11 squats. You flip that card over, you bang out. It's an ace. You bang out 14 sit-ups. Whatever. I'm talking to people that want that extra challenge. Though all those things are going to help you go even further. Last thing before we leave, and which it to me is one of the most important things that we talk about. No matter level 1, level 10, wherever you are in your journey, if you can find somebody to join this journey with you, I guarantee your odds of making it and changing who you are and becoming a better person increase tenfold. Reason why I'm saying that, I'm a big believer. I know I'm a coach. I know I'm biased, but I'm a big believer in team. I'm a big believer in team. Some of the things that we lose when we leave that locker room. Okay, I'm not talking about the negative stuff, the positive stuff that we leave that locker room. We leave that accountability. We leave that age, and some people lose it at 21. Some people lose it at 17 or 12, 13. Okay, when we have that person in our life, man, best friend, woman, wife, I don't care who it is, that ask you, text you, hey, you get your workout in. Hey, what we doing this week? How many calories we burning? How many calories you getting? How many steps you get in? I guarantee you, it does something to you internally, and it makes you feel better that somebody actually cares and is checking on you to make sure that you're getting what you need to. Okay. I always ask my athletes, hey, you get me one sack, you get me one touchdown, what's better than one?
Mm.
Immediately it's two. So what's better than one person reaching those goals that you set for you? You got somebody right there, not shoving you, supporting you, getting you where you want to be. So if I can encourage you, somebody that you trust, somebody that you love, somebody that you can help, excuse me, somebody that can help you, that you can depend on, ask them, hey, can you help me in this journey? Can you help me get to where I need to be so I can be the best I can be? If we have any more questions, please don't hesitate. Other than that, it's been a blessing for me. Adam knows how much I love him. Landon knows how much I love him. So this was nothing for me to spend some time with you guys and shit. Excuse me. I'm all about helping people get better.
Yeah,
Yes,
Cedric Granger's got a question in there.
yes, please, come on.
I can't see it, brother. He's got a question.
Okay, that is a very individual question, but I'm gonna answer that two ways. If you are a person, I didn't even hear your weight. All I heard was heavy. With that being said, I don't know what heavy means to you. What I do know is heavy doesn't mean light. So if you are 50 and you're good, what do I mean by that? You don't have no health situations where you feel good. You've been checked out. I know we talked about in episode one getting checked out. So
Mhm.
if you've been checked out and you know you're good, heavy, great. Unless there's a reason, I don't, me personally, I would need a reason for somebody to make me set up a heavy workout more than twice a week. I would personally need a reason. Taking Adam, I've trained him before for years. If he told me I need these arms shredded, great. Considering where we are at in our journey, when he was in his journey, why are we lifting more than 2 days a week, knowing where we are? So, with that being said, you have to know where you are in order to consider continue lifting heavy. Evaluate your goals, evaluate where you are starting this heavy journey, and evaluate uh, how much the whole program, how much rest you're getting, how often are you going light? Because if we're still going heavy, 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 if the goal is to get shredded, we have to have more light days than heavy days because we're trying to get shredded. If the goal is to get bigger and stronger, great, but we're 50. I don't mean that in any disrespect. I'm 43. I don't care about lifting 315 no more. Not to say that you shouldn't. All I'm saying is we have to consider where we are in our life. So if you do have a goal of lifting more than twice a week, getting heavy, please do your thing. But if you're not doing Arnold in March, if you don't have a competition that you're continually doing more than twice a week lifting heavy, that you have to ask yourself why. Yes.
Beautiful. On that note, first of all, Cedric Granger, if you're trying to get ready for the Arnold, we need to know that,
Oh,
man.
stop. I don't know who Cedric is, but good luck.
You've seen him. Cedric
Okay,
is kind of a big dude, man. So I
okay, okay,
can't envision him getting much bigger, but who knows,
okay, okay.
man.
Talk to me. Talk to me. I would love to expand on that, bro.
Beautiful. I don't know if there's any other questions. We can see we got about maybe 10 minutes left, but let me comment. We do?
Adam, this is Lloyd.
Go ahead, Lloyd.
I also want to, for the brothers, and I'm a big walker, and I really appreciate his emphasis on the importance of walking.
Mhm.
If you park at Kroger, do not park near the door. Park at the back of the parking lot and get those steps in and walk up to Kroger. Those are little cheap ways you can get
Yep.
those extra steps in.
Yep.
It's so. Hey, I'm gonna expand on that. As if we want to get real, who wants to get their door hit? So I started parking a long way away a long time ago, man. It's
Amen. Amen.
2025. These people don't care about your car.
Right.
It's so I'm parking far away for two things. One, I don't want to get hit, and why not? Why not? Why not park far away and enjoy that walk? I got my headphones in. I'm busy. I got beautiful thoughts in my head anyway, so why not?
Amen. 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 Thank you, Brother Ryan. I'm going to have to sign off, guys, and roll. But
Yes,
thank
sir.
you so much. This was really helpful. I can't wait to work out tonight.
I appreciate you, Brother Lloyd. Appreciate you. Let me certainly hasten to thank Brother Ryan for carving out the time. And again, those of you who are able to join us live today, and certainly for Mike McGee in terms of being our back shop. But as you guys may remember, we announced this as a three-part experience called Mentality, designed to reclaim your health, power, and purpose, help you live stronger, longer, and better. And so again, I want to thank Brother Ryan and Mike. Thanks for putting those up. Back in June, we started out with Dr. Eric Ward, a member of New Salem, just about knowing your numbers and taking control of your health, understanding key indicators around blood pressure, cholesterol, and A1C. The next series came up in July, about 4 weeks later, with our First Lady, Minister Brenda Troy, where she talked about health being wealth and the importance of knowing your body and nutrition. And then today, we've had 15 minutes to fit with Brother Ryan Hunter. All of these three sessions were designed over the course of the summer to keep us as men mindful of mind, body, as well as spirit, and that we have to take the time to invest in ourselves. And so I want to thank everybody for joining us on today. I will say to you guys, as Ryan mentioned, he and I have been working together now for several years. Landon, here's one of the more amazing things in working with Brother Hunter. I ain't never seen him write anything down about our workouts. And in 4 years, I've never gotten bored. So he has an incredible brain for retention and for varied workouts. So whether you're working with somebody like Ryan or anybody else, you just want to make sure that they can keep your body active and the process. I know in my case from getting boring, and he's certainly been able to do that. Now, Ryan, I will have to try that deck of cards piece. I have not tried that yet. That was a pretty good tip. So we'll see
You
what
know it.
we'll see
You
what we
know it.
got.
Landon just told me, and it's something I want to make sure our brothers at church and anybody that's family and friends of brothers at church. I need to provide some context information. So if you don't tease me about my email, I am one of those that still have Hotmail. So R Hunter, R Hunter, 1215 at Hotmail. R Hunter 1215 at hotmail.com. Yeah, if you see me out there and those out there, I coach. I've been coaching in Columbus for as long as I've been a trainer, since 2004, 2005. So if you see me, I'm a super people person. I'm quiet. I'm super into my kids. So if you see me and I'm focused on my kids, that might not be the best time. But please don't hesitate. I'm always coaching. People that out there know me as coach. They know I'm all about kids and helping people be better than they used to be. So please don't hesitate to ask me any questions. Again, I appreciate Brother Landon, Brother Adam, And all those out there that's listening, thank you for helping us get better. Yes, sir, no problem. Ryan Hunter is my name. R Hunter 1215 at hotmail.com. R Hunter 1215 at hotmail.com.
Oh, good. All right, my brothers, we promised 60 minutes, and we've gotten that in. Again, we appreciate everybody's participation. And McGee, I would assume as we have done the other ones, we will put this on YouTube so that those who didn't have a chance to join us today will get the benefit of the discussion.
Thank you, Brother Mike.
All right. Have a good afternoon, gentlemen.
Y'all too. God bless.